Let me ask you something. How good are you at waiting? Really? How good are you at being patient, at watching to see what might happen? See, I'm a fixer. I know this is probably something I need to do a little bit of a different job in, but I like to fix. I like to get in, I see a problem solve it, fix it. And mostly I've learned it's because I don't like to deal with the undone. I don't like to have emotional turmoil about what if or what might, and it's a struggle for me. But I'm realizing more and more lately that God is calling me to wait, to watch, though, not just to sit by and do nothing, but to be an active participant in watching what might be going on. Instead of making a quick judgment, which I do, about what might need to happen, to stand back and just kind of watch. And I'm not very good at it. This month has been a really busy month for me. And I don't mean October, I mean the month before. September was really busy. There were lots of things to do. I spoke at Daybreak. I've been revising and updating my book, Cultivating Peace, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done in that. Not because it was a bad book, but because I've learned so much more that I want to add into this. There's just been a lot on the home front too. My children's schedule has settled in, and the honeymoon of new school year has worn off, and the emotional struggles they're facing, and the school struggles, and the timing struggles, and all kinds of things that all kinds of challenges that they're facing, sometimes have taken over. My husband's been traveling and navigating through the travel schedule along with the practice schedule and game schedule, and just life schedule has been difficult to manage. Not that it's been bad, it's just, okay, how do we figure this out? And how do we use our time best? That's kind of where my struggle has been, and I want to fix. I want to make sure I use it all right. I want to plan it out. And it's been very complicated because it hasn't been working. And that's when I realized that maybe it's because I'm supposed to step back and watch and see what God might do. Sometimes we get these kinds of challenges, and these, I believe, are a test of our faith. Do we trust God? Do I trust God to walk with my daughter through the challenges that she's facing? Do I trust God to help me navigate how to best use the time according to His plan for my day rather than my own? Do I trust that God will take care of what needs to be taken care of and will give me the strength and wisdom to know what my part in this is? I haven't really been doing a great job of that. I really haven't. I've been stepping in to try and do, and I don't want to do that anymore because I found myself this past weekend in a really dry place. And it wasn't like I just woke up and I was dry. It's been building all month long. As I worked on each project, as I dealt with each of the challenges my children were facing, as I took on the challenges for our, taking care of our home and managing the schedule and all those things, it slowly, little by little, drained me. And because I was so focused on trying to get things done, to navigate the schedule, to make it all work out, little by little I stopping and just waiting and resting in God. There were moments, but they were little and they weren't enough. And because I was afraid that if I took that time that I might not get something done, God has kind of allowed me to walk on that path to see where it led. And you'd think by now I would know better, and I should, but I got caught up in that fear again. And I was reminded of that this morning as I read through Jesus Calling. She says, many of the problems that clamor for your attention will resolve themselves. And that jumped right out the page on me. Many of the problems I'm facing will resolve themselves. Will I wait and see? The scripture reference for a little bit later on there took me down to Habakkuk, and it's a small book, and maybe you've not read it, and it's kind of depressing, but the big point in there is that he is waiting. Habakkuk is waiting for God to do something, and he's watching. And so I want to encourage you today, if you're in a season of busy, if you're in a season of active problem solving and projects and all kinds of things, you're not alone. And I ask that you join me maybe in watching and seeing what God is up to. He wants to help you through all this. Some of it he wants to take completely off your plate. I'm going to try today to do that, to ask God to remove from my day what He doesn't want me to do, and to remove from my doing mentality the things that He wants to do. Down below this video, I've included a devotional that I hope will help you about this testing of our faith in order to trust God a little bit more and to be able to watch and see what He can do in your life and in mine when we step back and wait on Him. Thank you.